president of the Maine Freedom of Information Coalition, among other hats he wears?
Thank you, Suzanne. Among those other hats is I'm a member of the Right to Know Advisory Committee, and I'm an officer and board member of the National Freedom of Information Coalition. That's a group of state, regional, and academic organizations that advocate for open government. This legislation would put Maine far outside the norm for access to records of state governors. Most states do not provide any separate exception for governors. Most states, there are a few though that do. The broadest of those are in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Virginia. Ohio has one, but it's the result of a court ruling, not legislation. And Texas has a very limited exception to protect privacy of communications to the governor from private citizens. There have been attempts in various states to enact some sort of exception for the chief executive, but lawmakers have rejected them in the various states because there's not a compelling argument that the chief executive needs a separate exemption simply because he or she is governor. Maine, like most states, relies on the exceptions to the public records law on the books that cover all records, rather than carving out an exception based on who's the custodian of the record. The issue should be the public record itself, not the custodian of the record. This legislature recognized the need to do that for legislators last year by enacting a law that basically says if something's confidential somewhere else in state law, it's also confidential if it's in the custody of that lawmaker. Same holds true for the governor. I really don't think that he needs to have have another exception. As many of you know, I'm a journalist by trade, and I interviewed all the candidates for governor. And let me read you a quote from the governor in our campaign interview. Quote, "If I'm elected governor, we're going to be so open that even you will be amazed." I'm amazed, but not in the way the governor thought I would be. Thank you.